Hello, and good moment for you. It might be morning, evening, afternoon. I'm very happy that you're here with me. So today we are getting together to practice mindfulness meditation and also to invite ourselves to create a daily mindfulness meditation practice in 2025. So we have a series of 3 meetings today, which is November 4th, next Monday, and the 3rd Monday of November as well. And we are going to learn some research and advices from people who have been practicing and researching on daily mindfulness practice. So let me introduce myself. And then we are going into a silent practice. Then I'm going to share with you 4 studies that are supporting our intention to become more present to ourselves with a mindfulness daily practice in 2025. I am Rosana Magalhães. I live in North Carolina in the United States, and I also live sometimes in Governador Valadares in Brazil. So for now, I'm living much more here in the US. I am a certified mental health therapist, and I have been practicing mindfulness meditation for a little more than 15 years. And since I moved to the United States in 2008, I began to be much more consistent with my practice. And I also went through many trainings, including the full mindfulness-based stress reduction certification training, which is almost 3 years of intensive trainings, including 5 silent 7-day retreats, and of course, many contact with a wonderful teacher who I offer my deep gratitude in this moment and forever. So I have my private practice, and that's where I am connecting from. Here in Greensboro, I see clients of mainly adults, but also some young adults and a couple children. And I work with them in this intention to become the best friend for and to themselves. And this is my intention as I am connecting with you now. So one thing you notice is today I am a team of 1. So if you want to talk to me, you get more information on the end of this workshop, but you can always send me an email on my web page, which is Rosana, with 2 S's, 1 N, rosanacounseling.com. You can also go straight to the email, which is contact@rosanacounseling.com. You can send me a WhatsApp message if you use WhatsApp. It's 336-543-6624. And you also can send me a text message, or if you wish, make a phone call, although most of the time you leave a message and I will return your call. Now, if you send me any message, you notice that I'm not going to respond. As I said, I am a team of 1, so I don't have help here today with me. And I want to be unitasking with you. I want to be present. I want to be here with you. I want to be focused and with all my attention in this present moment. So let's begin. Let's begin our formal moment of connect with ourselves. And I know that you all out there, we are live on Instagram, we are live on YouTube, and we are live on Zoom. So many of you have had years of mindfulness practice, and many of you have never sat to practice. So this workshop welcome all of you. It doesn't matter if you have or have not ever sat or stop with yourself. This is the moment. So in this next 5 minutes, I'll be guiding us in a connecting to the present moment, coming back over and over again with this intention to be here for what's already here. So the moment that we begin resisting what is happening, it tends to stress us up. So when we can recognize if it is uncomfortable, how uncomfortable that is, and where in the body you feel that is uncomfortable, and you can kind of take care of that emotion and come back to your body, come back to the sounds, come back to what you can see in this moment. You are sending a strong message to the nervous system saying, hey, you don't need to raise that red flag and come to help me and put me on a mode of reaction or fighting or fleeing from the place. Hey, nervous system, I'm okay. I know things are not pleasant in this moment, and I am aware of it. So this practice, only 5 minutes, and then we're going to the 4 studies I'll be presenting today. This practice invites you to begin with the hearing. So hearing the sound of the bell. I'll be holding this beautiful, wonderful bell that came with me from India, and I love it so much, and I'm sharing now with you. So see if you can connect with the 3 sounds of this beautiful bell. And as the sound of the bell was fading away, noticing that this sound is here in the present moment, together with all the other sounds that you can hear right now. So inviting yourself and noticing how is it to connect with sounds. Sounds from the inside of the body, sounds from a place where you are, sounds from outside, sounds from far away. And allowing the focus of attention to be with sounds. You might want to close your eyes if that's possible, or you might want to leave the eyes open, or lower your gaze, whatever is comfortable for you. And noticing that sounds can only be heard and listened to in the present moment. We can store sounds on many ways, but the live sound is only in the present moment. So with that intention to be here for yourself, notice if now it's possible to allow attention to sounds to dissolve and bring awareness to your body. Maybe you feel a discomfort in your body, or you have a chronic pain, or you have a sense of what we call anxiety, which is that pressure in the chest, or sometimes that gut that is uncomfortable. Or maybe you are in a good space with your body right now. You feel how comfortable it is to be in this body. In whatever way, let's be in silence for a minute or so and bring the attention to the body. Maybe beginning with the eyes, the eyelids, allowing it to expand and relax. And then transitioning to the mouth, noticing the tongue that is touching the gums, the teeth, the roof of the mouth, the bottom of the mouth. No need to change anything, just noticing. And for a moment, if possible, connecting with your heart. And again, just noticing if it's possible for you to give your heart a hug with the in-breath. Imagine yourself hugging your heart. And with the out-breath, let it go. Sensing, if possible, a sensation of release and expansion. And another in-breath and another hug. Hugging the heart. And with the out-breath, letting it go. And now expanding your awareness to the whole chest area. Notice if the breath can be felt. And if the mind starts to wander, actually when? Because most likely the mind will start thinking. This is completely normal. And my invitation, if you choose to accept, is that you notice, where did the mind go? What was the content of the thought? You can give it a short label. For example, work, medication, appointments, kids, grandkids. Any short label as to recognize what the mind is concerned to, and then gently return to the chest area. And again, landing here, landing in this moment, in this body, sensing maybe the heartbeat, sensing maybe a sensation of the breath, if it's available, or maybe going down a little bit and sensing the sensation of being seated, if you're seated, or going all the way to both feet, and sensing the sensations of being standing, if you're standing. Present to the present moment, aware and intentionally trusting that this is the only moment you have to live. So whenever you feel ready, noticing if you can stretch and elongate, and more probably moving your body from one side to another side. And if you're here with me on YouTube and on Zoom, I'm going to be sharing my screen. And if you are on Instagram, which I appreciate you being there, you can go to YouTube and watch it later, or you can send me an email at contact@rosanacounseling.com, and I'll send you the link. Or you can WhatsApp me or text me on 336-543-6624. So let's now talk about the papers, the research papers that have been supporting the practice of mindfulness meditation, and mainly a daily practice. So our intention with the 3 meetings we are doing over the next 3 weeks is to create and maintain a mindfulness meditation practice in a daily basis in 2025. And of course, why not start right here, right now, where we are in November 4th, 2024. So as you're seeing, if you are on YouTube or if you are here with me on Zoom, this is our aspiration for the new year. Daily mindfulness practice in 2025. An invitation to create and maintain a daily mindfulness practice in 2025. So creating tends to be, in a way, more comfortable. Okay, I want to create my practice, but maintain it. That's why I'm here with you, because I'm here to hold you, to support you, and maybe to create this community that intends to be more present to themselves. Of course, we know that stress is part of life. Uncomfortable feelings are part of life. Unpleasant sensations and feelings are part of life. And we can deal with them if we can learn to hold them in a container of awareness. So I know this is unpleasant, and I'm here, and I'm seeing it. Or I know this is joyful, and I'm here, and I'm seeing it. I'm not dropping and running into what I have to do after this moment. I'm in this moment. So again, telling the nervous system, hey, I know what's happening. No need for you to take over the wheel of my life. I'm here, I am aware, and I am able to hold this, no matter how uncomfortable it is. So that's our intention. And today we are going to be talking about papers that show us how a daily mindfulness meditation practice can reduce stress and improve mental health. So let's go to our first paper, our first research. And this research was done in 2011. And the name of the research is Effect of Mindfulness on Psychological Health, a review of empirical studies. So the researchers, and you can see that on the screen, the name of the researchers, and you can also receive this if you send me an email on contact@rosanacounseling.com. Rosana is 2 S's, 1 N. So contact@rosanacounseling.com. So the first reason to have our mindfulness daily practice is reduce rumination. There is an evidence that mindfulness meditation reduces rumination, which is a common factor in depression and anxiety. As a mental health therapist, a mental health counselor, I see many clients struggling with sensations of anxiety, and not only anxiety, sometimes going to panic attack. Why? Because the brain begins to ruminate about fear, longing, regret, sorrow, guilt. And when we are not aware, the brain begins to ruminate. The nervous system takes over and start a system of fight, flight, or freeze. And that's mainly what anxiety symptoms are. And depression. How many times we notice that depression symptoms just come as if it was out of the blue. And yet, on the background, on the unconscious, we have a rumination of things that have happened in the past, or things that I'm afraid will happen in the future. And when we come back to this present moment with our daily practice, we can cultivate that space, the space of awareness. So this is the first reason why we can start our daily mindfulness practice in 2025, or maybe today. So the second study that we are going to talk about is showing that a daily mindfulness practice enhances mind-body connection. So you are going to receive, if you send me an email at contact@rosanacounseling.com, you can receive all this information about the studies. And also, if you are here on Zoom or YouTube, you're seeing it. And people on Instagram, thank you for being there. I can send it to you. Just send me a message on Instagram or an email. So how is it that mindfulness practice enhances the mind-body connection? If you're here with me when we did our mindful practice today, you notice that the invitation is to return to the body. So when the attention comes to the body, the connection, body-mind, are stronger. The mind is aware of what is happening in the body. And with that, we are not lost in regrets and sorrows, in worries and fears. We are here in this present moment. So with that connection, we can create a greater awareness. We can become aware of physical sensations. So you know that the body is our best friend. If we cultivate the awareness of noticing when the shoulders are going up, when the chest are contracted, when the lower back is contracted as well, or stiff, we can connect to it, this body, and in many ways, including we can breathe in into that sensation and breathe out, letting it go. Breathe in into the sensation. Breathe out, letting it go. And you notice that in that 30 seconds or 3 minutes, however works for you, you connect the mind and the body. So this increases awareness. And that is one of the good reasons to create the Mindfulness Meditation Daily Practice in 2025. Let's go to the third study. And this third study, if you are here and can see the papers, you see that there's this young man in a city that looks like New York, very busy. And he found a rose bush, and he's just looking at rose bush. So the third study tells us that a daily mindfulness practice improves attention span, and with that increases cognitive flexibility. So attention span is something that is so difficult today. Not because you want that or it's not your fault. So we have many sources of information. So the attention span tends to go here and there and there and there. And the mind feels like, oh, my mind is so busy. So when we can connect with one area, either the seeing, or the tasting, or the smelling, or the hearing, or the touching, and we can be with that one sense in the present moment. And of course, in the future, we can talk about the sense of thinking as well. For now, let's just stay with these 5 senses. You bring your attention to one aspect over and over again for 30 seconds, for 3 minutes, maybe for 10 minutes. You sit outside and you say, I'm going to be just sensing the breeze touching my face. If it is cold, as it is in North Carolina, or if it is hot, as it is in Florida, or if it is even cooler, as it is in New Hampshire, you can sense that sensation of cool air touching the face, touching the hands if you don't have gloves on. You can stay there with eyes open or closed for 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Again, sending a message to the nervous system. I'm here. I know what's going on with me right now. And our fourth and last paper or scientific research today is talking about mindfulness meditation encouraging self-reflection. So when you come back to yourself and you can connect with yourself, you can invite yourself with self-reflection and not self-punishment or self-criticism. No. What mindfulness does is inviting a gentle way of looking and reflect. Is there anything I could learn with the event that just happened or that happened last week? If yes, okay, let's learn. If there's nothing to learn, we can put it aside. So with the practice of mindfulness meditation, the self-reflection encourages you to really accept who you are. As there's a saying that goes, you are perfect and there is room for improvement. So this is not antagonic. This is really the reality. I am perfect as I am and I can improve. You are perfect just as you are, and there's room for improvement. So with that, we are getting to the closing hour of our time today. I deeply invite you to be with me either today at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or next Monday. And if you are on Zoom or on YouTube, you can see my information now on the screen. And if you're here on Instagram, once again, send me a message on Instagram, send me an email at contact@rosanacounseling.com, or send me a WhatsApp message or a regular message in my phone, 336-543 6624. So let's just close this time together with one sound of the big, beautiful bell that's here for us. Thank you for your presence. I hope you can join me next Monday. And we are going to see 4 more scientific reasons to practice daily mindfulness meditation. I'm here for you, and I send my love. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be connected with your heart and love yourself and love others. Thank you. See you next time.